Hello, video maniacs of all shapes, sizes, and colors. This is Practice Dummy. In this video, I'm going to show you on how you can improve your connectivity speed depending on your internet type, and your mileage will probably vary a bit here, but for the most part, you may notice at least a little bit of an improvement. The first thing I want to start with is before we start with the program and doing the shortcuts and whatnot to create on the desktop. First, shut down all programs that are actively connecting to the internet. In my case, what I would be doing is I'd be exiting out of Steam, exit out of WeatherBug, any programs over here on the bottom right, that have icons there that actively connect to the internet. Now, it should be all right to leave your antivirus and your firewall on. I don't believe these will have an adverse effect on the results after I show you what we'll be doing here. So those should be safe to leave on. But anything else that you can shut off, without affecting the safety of your internet connection, go ahead and shut off all programs that are actively connecting to the internet. Okay, the first thing we want to do is you want to go into your control panel and you want to look for, looking for Network and Sharing Center. Then click on Change Adapter Settings. And this should bring up a window with the adapters that allow you to connect to the internet. And in the case with most of us, you should have one that says Ethernet, and it does not have the red X there, which means it's actively connected to the internet. So what you want to do is you want to right click and select Create Shortcut. And the window that pops up here will ask, do you want the shortcut to be placed on the desktop instead? Click Yes. Then go ahead and close out on both of these two windows here, and we're done with that. And then I'm going to go ahead and drag the shortcut down here and rename it, of course. Now, you don't have to rename it yourself, but if you do, go for it. Now, the second thing you want to do, I'll have the link in the description, is you want to go to the site that this link will take you to that has a program called DNS Benchmark. Once you have got to the site here, scroll down a little bit and look for the green Download Now button. Go ahead and click on that, and then go ahead and save the file. It'll save as DNSbenchexe. Now, once you have done that, go ahead and go to wherever you save the file to, and once you find it, DNSbenchexe with a nice little red icon, right click, select Send to, Desktop Create Shortcut. And then, of course, I'm going to drag it down here for myself and rename it. Now, once that is done, go ahead and we're going to go ahead and double click on the Ethernet. And the window that pops up, I'm just dragging this to the right for my own preferences here. You don't have to do that. But go ahead and click on the Properties button. Now, for Windows 10 users, the option will be towards the top, if not at the top. But the rest of us that use Windows 8.1, Windows 8, and Windows 7, scroll down until you find Internet Protocol version 4. Just click once on that. Then click on the Properties button just below. And now you get this one window that pops up. Come down to the bottom half here, and for most, if not all of you, you should have the Obtain DNS Server Address Automatically option selected. What you want to do is you want to select Use the following DNS server addresses. Go ahead and select that, and then it will ungrade this section here. Now, you won't have any numbers in here, or shouldn't, and I already have for the day, have numbers there. Okay, now go ahead and click on DNS Benchmark. And go ahead and you can also drag and stretch up the window, and you actually want to do this because it'll allow you to see more DNS addresses right off the bat. And then click the Name Servers tab. Now go ahead and explain what you'll be seeing here. After you've clicked on the Name Servers tab, you'll have this bar right here. It will show the progress when we start the program, which you'll do when you click Run Benchmark. But before you do that, let me go ahead and show you what you see right before you here. On the left side, you'll have the DNS addresses. You don't necessarily need to know what this means right here, because this won't be important as far as this whole thing goes. The second row, which is this thin row that has these hollow circles and a couple solid ones, the solid ones you will not see if you're running this program for the first time. They represent the two addresses that you have put in over here under the use the following DNS server addresses. That just means those are the ones you currently have inputted into these text boxes over here to the right. But you should only see green hollow circles and sometimes orange hollow circles. As far as the orange hollow circles go, ignore those completely. You're going to be looking for the green hollow circles after the program is run, and you'll be selecting from among those. Over here to the right will be the names of the DNS servers that will appear in the program. After the program is run, there will be some bars that will cover up part, if not all, of some of the names here for these server addresses. And those bars are what we're going to be using as the determining factor of which DNS server addresses we'll be inputting into the address bars here on the right side. Okay, now go ahead and click on Run Benchmark. And then I will join you here in a few seconds. I'm going to cut out the video because this will take about a couple of minutes to run. So go ahead and click on Run Benchmark and then go do something for a couple of minutes and then come back and it should be finished or close to it. And there we go, finally finished up here. Before I forget anything, I want to give a shout out to YouTube channel, the BlooRayChannel, Blue spelled B-L-O-O, for his input concerning what a couple of the bars mean. And so he managed to correct me on something because my information I got concerning this wasn't the most accurate. Anyways, we have finished up here. And what you want to do, again, you want to select from the hollow green circles. And you can also select from the solid green circle if it still remains the best choice when you do this the second time and onward. But what you want to look for is you want to look for the shortest red bar as well as the shortest green and the shortest what looks like purple bar. Now, if the bars are really short, you'll see something like this where the bar just, goes over the red bar. But if they're long enough to show on their own, then you'll see them out to the side of the red bar. Now, the red bar, if I'm not mistaken, is the DNS server's latency itself, which means how fast you'll be able to connect through, the DNS server addresses, the pipelines, as you will, in order to, get, browse the internet or connect to it. And then the green and the purple bars represent if the DNS servers need to access other servers in order to allow you to connect through the pipeline. And so you want those as short as possible. So, short red bar, shortest green bar, shortest purple bar is what you're striving for. So choose the two shortest. Now I got Comcast internet and I generally try to avoid using them because they tendency to want you to go through their pipelines, which is not always the fastest. So one right here I already got selected for myself, and then we'll just go ahead and right click and select copy name server's IP. Then come over here to the first of the two address boxes here under Preferred DNS Server. Right click on there and select paste, and it will paste a number across the whole address box here. Then pick out the second fastest DNS address and go ahead and right click on that, select copy name server's IP. Then right click under the alternate DNS server address box here, right click and select paste. And then go ahead and click OK, click close, close. And you can close out a DNS benchmark. Now all that's left is just for you to test it out. You can do so much as go to speedtest.net and you can test out your internet speed there if you've used it before, and you can be able to make a comparison. Your ping should be better, and your overall speed should show somewhat of an improvement. Again, your mileage may vary due to the type of internet you have, how good the connection is, and a few other factors. But again, I hope this has helped you out at least a little bit, and God bless you one and all, and take care.